Hi everyone, myself Jayamani, Assistant Professor and Head, Department of Physics, Kamadin Arts and Science College, Satyamangala. Today we discuss about oscillators. In oscillator definition, principle of oscillators, type of oscillator and advantage of oscillators. First we see about definition of oscillator. An oscillator is an amplifier which uses a positive feedback and without any external input signal generates an output waveform at desired frequency. Then basic theory of oscillators. The feedback is a property which allows to feedback the part of the output to the same circuit as its input. Then such a feedback is said to be positive whenever the part of the output that is feedback to the amplifier as its input is in phase with the original input signal applied to the amplifier. Then oscillators are circuits that generate periodic signals. An oscillator converts DC power from power supply to AC signal power spontaneously without the need for an AC input source. Then there are several approaches to design of oscillator circuit. The approach to be discussed is related to the feedback using amplifiers. A frequency selective feedback part around an amplifier is placed to return part of the output signal to the amplifier input, which result is a circuit called a linear oscillator. Then types of oscillator. The different types of oscillator circuits are mentioned below and some of them are explained. First one is Armstrong oscillator, then second one is Hartley oscillator, then Colbert oscillator, next one Dinettron oscillator, then optoelectronic oscillator, then Weinbridge oscillator, Drayton oscillator, crystal oscillator, and RC phase shift oscillator, cross coupled oscillator, Meissner oscillator, then phase shift oscillator and Robinson oscillator. Here we discuss Hartley oscillator. Hartley oscillator is an electronic oscillator circuit in which the oscillation frequency is determined by the tuned circuit consisting of capacitors and inductors, that is an LC oscillator. The Hartley oscillator was invented by Hartley while he was working in the research laboratory for the Western Electric Company. The circuit was invented in 1951 by American engineer Rob Hartley. This is the circuit of Hartley oscillator. The circuit diagram of the Hartley oscillator consists of an NPN transistor. This is the NPN transistor connected in a common emitter configuration. It works as an active device in amplifier stage. Then R1, R2 are biasing resistor. Then CC1 and CC2 are the coupling capacitors. Then L1, L2 are inductance. These are all inductance. RFC is the radio frequency show which provides the isolation and AC and DC operation. At high frequencies, the reactance value of this choke is very high. So, it can be treated as an open circuit. The reactance is 0 for DC condition, hence causes no problem for DC capacitors. Then advantage of oscillator. Portable and cheap in cost. An oscillator is a non-rotating device, consequently there is no wear and tear and hence longer life. Frequency of oscillation may be conventionally varied. Next, voltage or currents of any frequency, that means 20 Hz to 100 MHz, adjustable over a wide range can be generated. Then frequency once said remains constant for a considerable period of time.